So, with the current state of One Punch Man Season 3 production, fans are honestly losing their minds, and I don't blame them. Every new episode somehow manages to look worse than the previous one. And the latest episode, yeah, it's rough. And I'm talking about everything. The drawings are not consistent at all, the pacing is slow and boring, and even the OST timing is weird. Like, seriously, listen to this OST entry.
Oh my god, bro.
Oh, hell no, man. What the fuck?
It just jumps in out of nowhere. And of course, that's without even touching the animation, because at this point, that part is beyond saving. And I'm not putting the slide scene, alright? But the biggest problem this season isn't the animation, or the pacing, or even the cursed OST choices. There's a bigger issue, a fundamental production problem that affects every scene, a problem that explains why the visuals feel so cheap and messy. And I'm talking about the backgrounds. So basically, in animation production, drawing backgrounds is one of the most time consuming parts of the process. It's mainly the responsibility of the art director, in this case Murakami Sakura, who also worked on OPM Season 2's backgrounds, along with a full background team to execute her vision. Now, personally, when I'm animating, I avoid backgrounds unless I absolutely need to, because backgrounds require passion, talent, and especially time. And GC staff simply doesn't have that right now. They are struggling like crazy with pre-production, so what do they do to avoid drawing proper backgrounds and save time? They spam the hell out of this multicolored neon disco party, whatever you call this filter, everywhere. Like whenever they get the chance to slap it in on screen, they don't hesitate for a second. They just blind you with it. Like, look at this. The colors are so vibrant and clashing, the palette doesn't flow at all. It literally hurts to look at. And then they claim it's an artistic choice. Now, do you see what I mean? They are trying so hard to avoid drawing real backgrounds that we barely can see any hand drawn environment. Everything is blurred or replaced with a single color gradient or the cursed speed lines effect. Like, bro, the moment something moves even slightly, boom, it's there. Another scene with zero action, boom, still there. And I'm not talking about two or three or five scenes. The whole episode is like this. And from episode 7, the only background I kinda enjoyed was the first cut of the episode. Just one out of the whole thing. At least it had the strong perspective, I guess. Like I said, they are clearly trying to produce a huge amount of backgrounds in a post production, basically using digital methods, mainly in After Effects. Even I tried doing the anime speedline effect once, and it took me literally 2 minutes to learn it from a YouTube tutorial. So yeah, it takes way less time to slap whatever digital effect you want than to draw a background by hand. That's why we almost never see real backgrounds anymore. They are either blurred, simplified, or replaced with a shining color gradient. And honestly, I have no idea what they were doing during those 6 months they were reportedly given. I know it's technically just a rumor, but let's be real. Judging by the final product, there's no way they had more time than that. And yeah, 6 months isn't enough to create a masterpiece, I get that. But JG staff already handled season 2 with roughly the same production window. And at least season 2 looked good most of the time, so seeing season 3 fall apart like this, under a similar timeline, just makes everything even more confusing. And I'm sorry, but I have to say it. GC staff needs to step away from this anime. One Punch Man is a heavy action series, and they've already proven they can handle an action heavy IP at this scale. And don't get me wrong, the problem isn't just the backgrounds. The entire production is full of issues. There's basically no animation, they are copying and pasting keyframes, like this one. They censored manga panels. They swapped the gender of this character in the middle of this animation. Like, wow. The music selection is straight up confusing. The art is not consistent at all and has many problems like drawing five fingers by fault or the melting hand of Mizuki. And honestly, I don't see things improving in the upcoming episodes. If anything, it feels like the quality keeps getting worse every week. And if it keeps going downhill like this, I might actually drop it. Because it genuinely hurts to watch such a legendary IP, one of the greatest action series ever, get treated like this. Man, I hope they cancel it and come back later with a studio that can actually deliver a proper looking One Punch Man Season 3. And yeah, that's pretty much where we are with this season. If you enjoyed the breakdown, or if you just needed someone to suffer with, make sure to drop a like and tell me what you think in the comments. Alright, guys, that's it from me for today. Take care, stay creative, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye.